Hi, Creek Kids! Oh my goodness. I'm reading this Bible story about a woman named Lydia. Oh, I love Lydia. She made purple cloth. Purple cloth was a very valuable and beautiful fabric in Bible days. I don't know if you can guess how she made it. The Bible tells us in Acts chapter 16, verses 16 through 20, that she made fabric, purple fabric, and she would sell it in town. And now purple was a fabric for kings and princes and queens. And this fabric was made by gathering shells and little sea life, little tiny animals that lived inside of shells, clams and periwinkles, and she would gather them in buckets. And then she would take them home and crush them with a hammer. And all of the inside of the little sea creatures would come out of the broken shells. And then she would make this amazing, amazing goo. Yeah, that's the technical word for it, goo. And with that goo, she would make fabric. She would put white fabric in there and it would slowly turn purple. And then she would dry it in the sun. She would hang out her fabric and the sun would bake it, the most beautiful color purple. Well, Lydia was a very wealthy woman and she took very good care of her household. Well, one day, the Apostle Paul came through town preaching. And she sat along the riverbank and she heard the good news that Jesus came and he served and he loved people and he died on the cross to wash away our sins. And she thought to herself, my goodness, I don't know Jesus. I'm not a Christian, but I know that I have sin. You remember what sin is, right? Sin is anything that we think, anything that we say, or anything we do that disobeys God. Well, she recognized that she sins just like I do, just like you do. And she thought to herself, I have to ask Jesus into my heart. And that day, sitting along the bank of the river, she asked Jesus into her heart. And she shared this truth, the good news, with everyone in her family. Well, not only Lydia was saved, but those that worked in her fabric making industry and her family, they all came to know Jesus. They were saved and they were baptized that day. Oh, what an amazing, amazing woman she was. I love the fact that during Bible days, she had her own business. God really blessed her. But even though she had a business, she was missing the most important part of her life. She was missing Jesus. But thank goodness for the disciples and the Apostle Paul who came to her town and shared the good news with Lydia. I'm so glad that you boys and girls are here with us today and that you get to hear the good news too, that Jesus died and he rose again to wash away our sins. I hope that you ask Jesus into your heart too. We love you, Creek Kids. We'll see you right back here next week.